Hey, I'm Aldyn, and today I'm doing a reading for Jupiter, which is going retrograde in Capricorn. So how does this affect you and your union, your life purpose, your foundation? How does it affect your love life, and how can you utilize this energy? So before I get into the reading and the cards, just really quick, I want to say, Jupiter is, a really gaseous planet. It's very much about expansion, joy, spirituality. It can have to do with kind of overdoing it, like indulgence, like that could be the shadow side of it, or since it has to do with like the liver too. In Chinese medicine, liver is does so many things, right? So it's very much about abundance too. And then you have this really grounding energy of Capricorn, and you have Jupiter going retrograde. So whereas Jupiter's usually very much about that higher perspective, you could say, when it's retrograde, there is this honing in, and it's kind of instead of the macrocosm, all of a sudden it's the microcosm, and the microcosm might look like the macrocosm because you're really honing in this way where you're getting this bird's eye perspective of a little piece that is really kind of being laid before you for you to work on. And so it's really safe to receive that, and it might involve receiving some discipline and even self-discipline. Discipline, by the way, is not punishment or shouldn't feel bad. It's just hey, it's time to shape up in this area so that you can really refine and see the details, and this should actually feel juicy and good. And you might not really see what's going on, everywhere until later, but the bird's eye perspective again, right? But you have to trust and have faith that what you're kind of being set out to hone in on and focus on is going to help you build the foundation in just the right places for you, so that your whole foundation is really smoothed over and feeling very good for you to then expand in the coming months. And this goes for your union and life purpose. So I thought I'd start out this reading with some abundance cards, since we are talking about that subject. And this is Notes from the Universe on Abundance. Cool, and it's by Mike Dooley. And the cards have been shuffled and they have been cut. And this card, you can see it looks like, the seasons are just maybe changing, maybe the snow's melting. It's definitely cold, but sunny. So what if it takes a long time? So what if it's already taken longer than you thought? So what if it will still take longer? The day will nevertheless arrive, as it always does, when all your prior efforts, determination, and persistence will seem a paltry price indeed, as you are lifted irrevocably higher, as if by chariots of fire, into realms previously unimagined, and then you'll think to yourself, wow, that was fast. I can hear the music now, the universe. So it's this card, of course, is perfect for what's happening, and it's really saying, yes, trust the foundation that you're building right now, and the pieces that you're being called to really focus on are helping that that chariot come alive, and helping you to really expand in that place once you're able to take off. But it's not really time to necessarily be shown that bigger picture of how that will look, and just find the juiciness in focusing on what feels like the groundwork, but will feel very fulfilling, right now to do that. And that also speaks to your spiritual work too for your union. So wherever it looks like you're at in your union, don't worry about it, but use how you feel about what things look like and feel like on the inside to pinpoint any upsets so that you can heal them. I mean, for instance, like a 5D relationship with your twin flame is great, but it's not a 3D relationship, and we live in a 3D world. So, you know, like if that triggers you, great, then heal that and get more in touch with the physical reality. And that's why, like, sometimes doing more groundwork can be very grounding and like help you with that. And that's why focusing on your life purpose and abundance can also help you manifest your twin flame union. That's just one of the many reasons. They're really like one and the same thing, but sometimes we're called to approach it from different angles. And so yeah, being desperate or something like that is not the way to your union. Being completely like fulfilled within yourself to the point at which you're, you know, spilling over that into your union is what attracts union to you. So yeah, let's move on to the next cards, and they are Nature's Whispers Oracle cards. By Angela Hartfield. And you can check out my my Jupiter and Capricorn reading from earlier this year, and you can see too how much happier I am now. But yeah, you can check out that video for really like good information about like just Jupiter and Capricorn in general, and so similar themes. And so anyway, the first card I noticed, I'm just gonna go with it here because it's not technically a part of the reading, but I just happened to look at the card underneath, and I just, you know, sometimes that is a sign, and I feel like sharing it with you, and it's gratitude and appreciation. And so it's, to me, what this card really means, gratitude and appreciation, and it's number 46, is really like being grateful for the moment, for like this moment right here where this happened. It was not a part of the plan, right? Like it really wasn't how I planned that moment in the reading, but I have gratitude and appreciation for being alive and for living in the moment. And sometimes like that is more than what you had scheduled in. It's more than, it's, you know, what you planned. That's abundance, you know, that's life. Like that's the magic of life, and that's something that you can be grateful for. Like you could have your union on the outside, you could be with your twin flame, but if there isn't that spark and like the feeling within of feeling like you don't, you know, like just playing and dancing, you know, with love itself, like that's what you really want. You don't, you're not gonna just be fulfilled by your life, you know, meeting the expectations of A, B, and C. That's also a part of it, right? Like if you have truly divine plans, and you're kind of what I want to say, like sculpting your life to kind of bring yourself deeper into your desires and manifest them, then that's great. But there's a difference between that and like expectations and like, you know, I'm only going to be grateful when da-da-da. So yeah, just like have that delightful gratitude and appreciation for the unicorn moments of your life, right? And the next card, or I guess in, you know, like the first official card of this reading, is this one. And she is blindfolded. Clear out the old. Number 5. And, you know, number 5 is very much, like the number itself, is very much about change. I think of it as very creative number 2, and very much about spirituality meeting the physical. And so clearing out the old is, you know, also it's like, well, where where in your consciousness does this need to happen? Does this need to happen more outwardly, inwardly? Probably a balance of both, right? And you can't really see like what doing this is going to bring you, but you're going to follow the good feeling. You're going to follow that good feeling of decluttering your consciousness, so to speak. And like, I said, basically, like, this can mean like doing it on the outside too. Like maybe it's not really inner work for you at all per se, but in doing the outward thing, you're also fulfilling something inside of you. So then, they're one thing, or maybe there is just something within you that feels really icky, and it's time to go to that place and to heal, to go deeper, to invest in yourself. And yeah, there's also like her in her chest, or not her chest really, her, I don't know, I guess I think of that area like very thyroid area, throat chakra area. But anyway, there's like a keyhole. So this will really help you clear out the way for communication. And with Venus going retrograde in Gemini at the same time, it's very much about making way for communicating love, like giving and receiving love through communication completely. And one thing to really keep in mind is that means really communicating with yourself and going deeper with that. So just because you were good at it at one time, you are able to maintain a certain state of union consciousness, maybe with your twin flame, in harmony, or in any level of separation, whatever it may be. The point is that I'm trying to make is to just keep going deeper in communicating from a place of love, but also communicating to yourself and like completing that loop, so to speak. And then the next card is expansion. It's very, very much Jupiter energy. And this to me really speaks to like the end of the retrograde cycle, or like what it will bring in, and that's expansion. And this is very like union looking kind of card too. You can see the divine masculine is kind of bringing the divine feminine into like something that's growing and expanding, and it's really beautiful. So like just you can just take that in, right? And I think it's a really relaxing energy too, to feel like, oh yeah, like this is leading somewhere. All of this work that I'm doing, it is taking you somewhere. It's not for nothing, but it is in the continuing forward that you're always shown the next way, and that you're given more responsibility. I mean, your union is also a responsibility and a commitment. It's not just like the fun side. I mean, it's all the good side, but like you need to earn that, and that's between you and the divine, like how you earn that. That's not between anyone else, because like everyone really has to master their own lessons to get to that next level and get to that place, because God knows what it is that you need and desire, and how best to bring those desires into fruition for you. And this is gonna be a lot easier to achieve if you just release your resistance. And that also means listening to God through other people. It doesn't mean like just trying to download, the divine directly, channeling and stuff. It's safe to experience God through others as well. So just keep that in mind, and really like you're always experiencing God and life, source, the universe, whatever term works for you. I like talking about God, so So if you're watching my channel, you're gonna hear about God. But like to me, it's all the same. So yeah, just keep your hand, ready for the divine's grasp to lead you forward and to support you. Like you can fall into God and surrender there. It feels so good. So yeah. And the final card is Potential Gateway. So yeah, this really speaks to what this going through this experience and choosing to fully embrace it is going to bring you to the gateway, right? And this really makes me think of heaven, frankly, like heaven on earth. With that heart in the middle and the beautiful tree. I guess heaven on earth at nighttime, not during the daytime in this card. Or like you go through the portal and then it's daytime. I don't know. I'm being silly, but yeah, like it really is like, are you okay with just experiencing the next level of peace and accepting peace as it is? It's just, like that's like what the gateway is. It's just more peace. So it's not like anxiety provoking, and it's not exciting per se. Of course, like if you get excited about things, that's okay. It might just be time to ground, or you might want to look at that feeling and see if there's anxiety underlaying it. But basically, like the more that you're building your foundation right now, and really also seeing where passion is leading you, like using your passion to help drive you, and to really allow God's energy to move through you with where God is calling you to be passionate, like to live your purpose, to work towards more union in your life, to just love more, to love your twin flame completely, just keep loving and keep expanding in that place. So even if you're given a small little place, then expand all the love into that place, and then you'll be given more of a place. Or if you're given a really big place, then that's what you have to work with, and your approach might like kind of be a little different, but it's all the same thing. It's perfect for you. And that again is like what's really taking you through this potential gateway. It's the potential time right now. And you're always going through like some kind of a gateway, right? Like it's not like you need to like wait for union to happen until Jupiter goes direct or something like that. I don't want to be one of those readers. Like that's really silly. But yeah, the energy of this time to me is really, it is like more about building that and looking at your success and knowing that it will like really like help you to cultivate more and take off. So yeah. And it is like a man and a woman there making the heart of that tree, and that really to me speaks to the divine masculine and divine feminine, that like the really pure energy of the divine, and really like holding you, embracing you, and inviting you forward. So just like feel where that invitation is to move forward and just take that next step and keep doing that. You don't need to try to like go in a different direction. Just take the step that's obvious and work from that place in a way that feels impassioned and good and relaxed too. So yeah, that's it for the Jupiter RX reading today. And RX means retrograde, in case you don't know. Now you do. Yeah, so I hope you like this video, and feel free to share it, of course, and leave comments or questions below. and like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. I definitely do a decent amount of astrology related videos to twin flames, and a bunch of other great topics. And I also have links below for Ascension Coaching, which I do, and readings and consultations. I also offer consultations, so just check all that out below. It's down there. And I will see you again real soon. So take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.